So this video is going to be for model problem number 2 for the equation of the circle on day 2. When I do this model problem, it's a little bit different than model problem 1. Model problem 1 asks you to graph. Model problem 2 gives you the circle. It gives you the endpoints. And now usually I give you the center, I give you the radius, and I say find the equation of the circle. Well, in this question, they give you the endpoints. So can you find the midpoint and can you find the radius based off this picture? And yes, you can. So once we do the model problem, then you can go to your worksheet problems and you could do question number 8 and fill in all the highlighted information. All right, so let's do model problem 1 and then you could try number 8 on the worksheet. Model problem 2, I'm sorry. So model problem 2 says, here's the diameter, it's -6, 7, and 4, -1. We need to get the center. The center of a circle, if you look at the diameter, the center is going to be the midpoint of the diameter endpoints. So we're going to use the -6 and the 4 for the x values, right? Your midpoint formula is x plus x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and your y values divided by 2. So you're going to add up your x's, add up your y's, and divide them both by 2. So in this case, we get -1, 3. That's the midpoint. That is now your center. Right? Then we're going to do calculate length and distance of the radius. So how do we figure out the radius? Well, we're going to use the center point, which is -1, 3, and we're going to use one of the endpoints. You could use this endpoint or you could use this endpoint. Either way, you would get the radius. Now, I also put here, if you wanted to use both of the diameter endpoints, that's fine. Get the length of the full diameter and then just half it at the end to get the radius. All right, so using the center, I'm going to use -1, 3 for the center, and I'm going to use this endpoint for -1. So here's my work for the distance, which is just the x is subtracted, squared, and then the y is subtracted and square them. You're going to add it up, so you get 25 plus 16, and you get radical 41 for the radius. Now, if the radius is not a perfect square, it's fine. It could just be square root of 41. So now here is my center and here is my radius, and now I'm just going to plug them into the formula like we did yesterday, so that -1 becomes a +1 and that +3 becomes a -3, and I'm going to square. Now this is the tricky part. Since it is radical 41, the formula says square the radius, so it's going to be just 41 because the square root of 41 squared. The squared cancels out with the radical, so just 41. So your final answer is going to be this. Now I want you to do question number 8 on your worksheet, and let's see if you can copy what I just did. All right, you can refer back to the video, rewind, or ask me any questions on Google Classroom.